In today's news, GEORGE-MASSICOTE to represent the BVI at Women's Leadership Summit. No plans to move sewage depot despite road town upgrades. FLAX-CHARLES says BVI is missing out on Caribbean market share. Supports internal audit, says findings must go before House.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on. You must stop cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man protect you.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. I'm Ron Grant bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us and a happy Wednesday's wish to everybody. Thank you so much. The Virgin Islands will once again be represented on the regional stage as the Honorable Karine George-MASSICOTE, Speaker of the House of Assembly of these Virgin Islands, has been formally invited to deliver the keynote address at the upcoming Caribbean Women's Transformational Leadership Conference, taking place in Barbados on Wednesday, 18th June 2025. This prestigious regional conference is hosted by Caribbean Women in Leadership in collaboration with the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, the Commonwealth Secretariat, Pearl Americas, and other development partners. The event is designed to enhance the leadership capacity of women involved in politics, the private sector, and community development across the Caribbean. In the official invitation, Ms. Jennifer Namgyal, head of the gender sector within the Commonwealth's Social Development, Youth and Gender Directorate, highlighted Speaker George-MASSICOTE's demonstrated leadership and the value of her contribution to regional advancement. Her participation is seen as a meaningful addition to the conference's goal of empowering women in leadership roles. In response, Speaker George-MASSICOTE expressed her gratitude for the opportunity, stating, and I quote, "It is a profound honor to represent the Virgin Islands and the CPA, particularly the Commonwealth Women Parliamentarians, on this regional platform dedicated to empowering women leaders." She further remarked, and I quote, "As the Virgin Islands continues to actively engage in regional and international forums that promote good governance, inclusion, and gender equity, I look forward to connecting with like-minded change makers and contributing to the broader conversation of women's political and transformational leadership." As the British Virgin Islands continues its efforts to transform Road Town into a vibrant, aesthetically pleasing capital, Junior Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Luce Hodge-Smith, remains optimistic, she says, about the future of the capital. However, despite the exciting plans for beautification and development, the issue of sewage depot, located in the heart of Road Town, continues to stir public concern. During a recent appearance on the Virgin Islands Voice program, Honorable Smith Hodge said, when asked by a caller about the seemingly contradiction of transforming Road Town into a major attraction for both residents and visitors while dealing with the unpleasant stench from the existing sewage depot, Hodge-Smith, who is leading the newly formed Road Town Development Partnership, responded by assuring the public that while the sewage depot will remain in place, the capital's transformation is still on track. The Junior Minister acknowledged the importance of both addressing concerns over the depot and continuing to push forward with plans to beautify the capital.
And it is a question that I get just about every day or every other day, the scent. What are we going to do about the scent? From my understanding, and it's not my area, but from my understanding, it is going to be dealt with. And this is, of course, maybe Honorable Reimer can call in at this point if he's listening to help, but it's my understanding is that is not going to move. That area, that system there is not going to move. But because of the Bird Point sewage system that's now in place, it should be less. We should have less episodes of the stench in the Rotown area. I believe it's because I get photos when there's an overflow of the sewage in town. So I would, of course, pass it on to the Department of Water and Sewage, and I would get a response back, oh, it's because there's an issue with the Bird Point sewage system. And then when they fix it, then it stops. So whenever there's an issue, I pass it on to the relevant department, which is the Water and Sewage Department. And there's most time some kind of an issue that they have to address. And they make very special efforts to fix the issues right away. But that stench, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get rid of it totally unless we are able to move that system from there. And the plan is it's not going to move, I'm told. So the plan is to address whatever the issues are and try the best to mitigate and to maintain whatever systems that they need to maintain. And that's the best I can do for now.
Former legislator Shireen FLAX-CHARLES, a seasoned tourism professional who previously worked with the British Virgin Islands Tourist Board, has called for greater efforts in marketing the British Virgin Islands within the Caribbean region. Her comments came during her first appearance on the NBP radio program on Monday evening, where she highlighted the importance of capturing the regional tourism market. FLAX-CHARLES, who has also been affiliated with both the Virgin Islands Party and the Progressive Virgin Islands Movement, expressed concern over the BVI's current standing in the Caribbean tourism landscape. She underscored the potential benefit of targeting the Caribbean market, noting that many neighboring countries offer opportunities for collaboration and growth that remain underexploited. With the tourism industry being one of the territory's key economic pillars, FLAX-CHARLES called for a re-evaluation of marketing strategies to ensure the BVI remains competitive in the region.
We need to do a better job, and I've always maintained that we need to do more marketing in the Caribbean, because just like we have lawyers and doctors and accountants here that travel all over the world, all of us travel at some point. That group of people we are missing out on. Yes. A lot of them don't even know that we exist, and they're an hour away, 45 minutes away, and contrary to belief, they have money.
Of course.
And so we've missed that whole piece. Millions of people regionally, we have not done enough. And I don't mean marketing only for a festival. Right. Let's just say for them to come to walk up. There are people that want to come to vacation, just
and a lot of people have families here because you have a visa issue also.
Exactly. So that's my take on it.
Her call for action comes at a time when many Caribbean nations are intensifying efforts to attract regional visitors, and FLAX-CHARLES believes that the BVI must strengthen its regional appeal to maintain its market share. As tourism dynamics continue to evolve, she is hopeful, she said, that more resources and attention will be directed towards bolstering the territory's visibility across the region. Up next, BVI pair compete at NCAA DI Outdoor Championships and King Charles III birthday officially observed. These and much more coming right up.
My name's Henry Bosch. I work for PPG. I'm here to explain to you the use of the Deltron NXT paint line and Enviro-based high performance, one being solvent-borne and the next being waterborne. The difference is that one is totally manufactured with rosins and thinners and all the good stuff that solvents bring, versus our new technology, which is waterborne, which is 100% latex. What we're gonna do is that we reduce the solvent-borne with a DT885, which is a mid-temp reducer, and the waterborne uses T494, which is a waterborne reducer. We will today be using either DCU 2042, which is a speed clear, or we will be using DCU 2021, which is a classic. We have here our equipment. We have 8-ounce measuring cups, and we also have our 32-ounce mixing cup. We will also have with us our Venturi. This is a blower for us to dry the waterborne paint, which speeds up the process. The good thing about waterborne paint is that as soon as it evaporates, you're good to go. So now Gilligan will dilute the waterborne paint with the waterborne reducer. We made 8 ounces, that would be 1.6 ounce. It always has to be properly mixed until we get an even mixture within the paint mixing cup. So when we spray, we don't see uneven coats of color. So right now we're filling our paint gun with 8 ounces of diluted paint. We're gonna see how far 8 ounces will take us. Waterborne paint seems to look blotchy on your first coat. Don't pay no mind to that. Don't try to achieve full coverage on your first spray. Excellent. Let it dry. So the process in waterborne is 2 even coats, and then we have what we call a dust coat. Well, now we're gonna have Mr. Brown apply the first coat of clear on his waterborne panel. We'll let it flash off, and then he'll come back and coat it with his second coat to finish it off. As you had seen in the previous shots, we had a little blotchiness, and you'll see some patches. That's all due on purpose to sandpaper to prove that with Enviro-based high performance, all technicians, the body work has to end at 800 grit or plus. Well, Enviro-based is like we're trying to shift everyone into that slowly but surely. The entire west coast of the United States and all of Canada has already been on waterborne for the past 10 years. And now soon it'll be the eastern seaboard, which covers the Caribbean. So when that happens, we'll all be affected. So it's best to start now, start trying and applying waterborne, because eventually everyone will be on it. And referring to technicians, it's less harmful because it doesn't have all the toxic chemicals that solvent-borne paints do.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Representative for the 8th Electoral District, the Honorable Marlon A. Penn, has joined the call for an investigation to be carried out on the Bank of Asia BVI Limited and how $5 million was deposited in the bank at a time when it was in the process of liquidation. In his appearance on the NDP radio program on Monday evening, Penn echoed the sentiments expressed by Premier, the Honorable Dr. Natalio D. Wheatley, advocating for an internal audit to clarify how this sizable deposit was processed under such unusual circumstances. However, his call for an internal audit was met with opposition from the leader of the opposition, the Honorable Myron V. Walwyn. In a statement, Walwyn expressed his disagreement with the idea of an internal audit, suggesting instead that the governor should initiate an independent investigation into the matter. Walwyn argued that government internal audits are typically not made public, which could prevent the public from knowing the details of the investigation. Penn emphasized that when an audit is conducted, the findings are required by law to be presented to the House of Assembly, ensuring transparency as well as accountability.
And the Premier is now saying that pretty much throwing the government's officials under the bus, that he didn't know anything about it in a statement. And the reality is that we have to use the vehicles that are afforded to us. The Internal Audit could investigate this matter, and I see nothing in the Internal Audit Act that says that once it's investigated, it can be made public, or the Public Accounts Committee can look at this document and make a public
So why do you believe the leader of the opposition called for the governor and not the Auditor General to investigate?
I don't know why, and there's no need for the government to get involved in our business. If we want to talk about maturity, we have to use the vehicles that are afforded to us to do our work, and not every minute call for the government to get involved. And the first call should be to the Internal Auditor, the Auditor General, and you can do both. Because it's our operational issue.
It's outside the government system.
Yeah,
the Auditor General is the one.
And she can do that. And once the report is done, it has to be laid on the table of the House of Assembly, and it will be made public. It has to be made public by law. And the Public Accounts Committee has a responsibility to review this as well.
Some of the stuff you're hearing that this bank has never followed through with its obligation at the FSC to submit reports, annual reports, and what all the other reports are. That is troubling.
It is. And if we're putting on, and if public monies were placed knowing those circumstances, is really concerning to me as well.
Jaleel Kroll and Kalia Liebert recently competed at the same NCAA Division I Outdoor Track and Field Championships. marking a significant leap forward for the BVI on the collegiate athletics stage. Kalia Liebert became the BVI's sixth NCAA D1 outdoor All-American, finishing 8th in the 400-meter in 51.69 seconds and earning first team honors. Running from lane 1, she also made history for Florida State, becoming their first female 400-meter All-American since Kayla Funderburk in 2015, and established herself as the BVI's most consistent quarter-miler with 7 sub-52 performances. Jaleel Kroll wrapped up a very strong NCAA debut with second-team All-American honors in the 200-meter, honorable mention in the 100-meter, and helped his school's 4x100-meter relay team to a fourth-place finish in 38.73 seconds. Together, Kroll and Liebert not only made personal breakthroughs, but also set a new precedent for the BVI in the U.S. collegiate athletics, providing and proving that the territory continues to rise on the international track and field stage. The Virgin Islands came together on Friday, June 13, 2025, to celebrate the annual birthday ceremonial parade of King Charles III, a significant event that brought the community together in a vibrant display of patriotism and unity. The parade kicked off at the Sir Oliver George's Plaza and proceeded down Waterfront Drive, drawing crowds to witness the celebratory march. The procession concluded at Queen Elizabeth II Park, where the official celebration ceremony took place, featuring remarks and presentations from a diverse range of schools, social organizations, and elected officials. Now, a highlight of this ceremony was the recognition of 34 dedicated officers from various public service agencies across the Virgin Islands. These individuals were honored for their tireless commitment to public service and for their significant contributions to the development and well-being of the Virgin Islands. Their service was celebrated as a vital component of the community's growth and success. Here's some highlights. Up next, Donovan earns Masters in Public Health, inspires others, and VI women among many to be recognized. We have much more coming right up.
As the winds start to whisper of approaching storms, it's time to safeguard your sanctuary.
Hey, have you checked your insurance policy lately?
Not recently, why?
It's very important to check your insurance policy before the hurricane season.
That's a good idea. I'll reach out to my provider and get some information.
Awesome. Come son, let's plan for emergencies together. We're gonna include your favorite comfort kit.
Thanks, Dad. That makes me feel safer.
We're packing extra medications and extra batteries for your hearing aid.
And by the way, don't forget my glasses.
Okay, Pops.
Alright, let me see. Okay.
going on, dog?
What you saying? You good?
You got truck? How you
Well,
on here doing?
I hear trimming some of the branches to make sure they don't cause a frig when the storm come.
Fair point. I gotta go clean out the gutter them down by me so nothing don't build up. You know how that could go sometimes.
Makes sense. That's something good. We gotta be prepared.
Facts.
Sometimes we get off track, but that's okay.
Yo, thanks for chilling with the dog today, you know.
Man, anytime, you know I got you.
Yeah, but the place so damn hot now. And you know the old people them say when it's so hot, a storm somewhere out there coming.
Listen, I rebuke that in the name of great God of the universe, okay? Let me move these stuff so they don't cause a problem.
Alright, me want my neighbor window get knocked out and tell me son.
Remember, we're in this together. Reach out to your community, lend a hand, and shield each other from the storm's challenges. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media.
Yo, everything good there?
Aye. This thing got me one way, daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turned into 5. 5 months turned into, well, you know I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome back, everyone. Continuing on, Tissa Donovan, a Virgin Islander studying in Taiwan, has graduated with a master's degree in public health from Tapia Medical University. Donovan's journey, which was highlighted by 284 Media in September of 2024 when she sought community participation for her research on single mothers, has culminated in her achieving this significant academic milestone. In a heartfelt post shared on Facebook, Donovan's reflection shared her journey, which began 2 years ago when she applied for the BVI Asia Abroad Scholarship with no expectations, unsure of what lied ahead. She said, and I quote, "2 years ago, I filled out the BVI Asia Abroad Scholarship application with a heart filled with apprehension and skepticism and no expectations whatsoever." She further expressed how difficult it was to leave her son behind and move to Taiwan after the recent loss of his father. Despite the emotional challenges and cultural adjustments during her first year in Taiwan, Donovan remained focused on her goal. As a single mother, she knew that continuing her education was crucial for both her personal growth and her ability to provide for her son. She said, and I quote, "I wasn't only doing this for me, but also my son. As a single mother, I knew how important it was for me to continue my education in order to provide for him the way I want to." Now, Donovan is a proud graduate of the Tapia Medical University. Her achievement is not just a personal victory, but a testament to the strength and resilience of single mothers everywhere. She expressed deep gratitude to those who supported her along the way, including those who watched her videos, checked on her progress, and offered words of encouragement during her toughest times. In her message to other single mothers, Donovan offered an empowering reminder. Having a baby doesn't stop the show. If anything, they should be the catalyst for you to go harder. Create a plan, stick to it, have faith, and make it happen. Congratulations to Miss Tissa Donovan. The upcoming Caribbean Posh Weekend is set to be a landmark event, bringing together empowered women from across the Virgin Islands and beyond for an awards gala that will honor their outstanding achievements. Scheduled for July 27th to the 29th, the event will take place in St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands, and promises to shine a spotlight on women making a significant impact in various industries. Launched in 2005, Caribbean Posh is an online magazine, blog, and lifestyle brand that is committed to empowering Caribbean women. The brand has become a leading voice in celebrating women's achievements and promoting positive change throughout the region. Each year, the Caribbean Posh Weekend Awards Gala brings together influential women from diverse fields to recognize their hard work and dedication. Founder of Caribbean Posh, Ms. Jeanette Bryn, spoke passionately about the honorees this year, noting that the diversity of women being recognized and the wide range of industries they represent.
that is always a goal, to keep it diverse. If you've ever been at any of our events, we have just about everybody. It's a mix of the more successful to the emerging, a diverse sector of industries. And we just love it. We just love it. And then to make it even more diverse and even more special, we have the community-driven aspect of the awards, where we have over 17 categories from across different sectors, from entrepreneurship. We have a Founders Award. We have, I can't remember them all, but it's like so many, and we still plan to add more. So we have to go, because we really want to build this platform to really make sure that we're recognizing everyone, or as many people as possible. I know when we first put it out, somebody reached out to me and said, we don't have sports. And I'm like, oh, we don't have sports. But we'll get there, because 17 is a lot.
Yes.
Even we have a tourism award. We have actors award or creative award. Just amazing.
Additionally, Ms. Bryn highlighted the nominees, including those from the BVI as well as the USVI and across the region.
The nominees have been amazing. We have up to 200 this year. We have about, I think it's 13, I think it is, if I remember the number correctly, from BVI, and about 15 or so from USVI. So we have good representation in the US and British Virgin Islands. Of course, a number of representatives from the Jamaica. Trinidad is another big one. And I'm very excited about, we had at least one nominee from Belize.
Wonderful.
And I saw that she's making the trip up to St. Thomas to just participate. So honored to have her as well. Because last year we didn't hear from Belize. So I'm excited to hear from Belize. And then a number of people from St. Lucia, from the diaspora as well. A number of Caribbean people in the diaspora participate on our platform. So that's always exciting. So we're looking forward to building this energy.
For the full interview, visit all Tweet4 media platforms. That is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at tweet4media.com. And of course, like us on Facebook at Tweet4Media and Tweet4BVI Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. A happy Wednesday is wished to all. Goodbye.